Hello? Is the mic on? Let's get over some. Hello? Hi, how are you? My name is Darius. His name is Thaddeaus. And this is the Why Did I Incarnate podcast with Darius and Thaddeaus. Ooh, I'm feeling very different today. I don't know what it is. I'm feeling very excited. It doesn't feel like a podcast anymore. It feels like I'm looking in the mirror and just having a conversation with myself. So what do I want to tell myself? Well, the whole purpose of this week's podcast, if you read the title, is what? How to continuously progress on your spiritual journey. I think that's what I wrote. I literally wrote something just now. I'm like, oh, is that what I wrote? Yeah, that's what it's called. How to continuously progress on your spiritual journey. Let's break that down. That's what I'm going to do. Let's break that down. How to. So this is like a step-by-step guide on what you can do to do something. How is defined as how you. So you have something that's done. How it became done is what I'm trying to get at. Like how they get to this result. The result being what we're going to discuss, but how to is how to act, how to progress, how to do it. How to continuously meaning all the time, consistently, never ending, continuously going. I don't want to use the actual word in the definition, but something that's just saying something that has sustenance is continuously. How to continuously progress, continue to gain, continue to evolve, continue to expand. Right? How to continually progress on your spiritual journey, not someone else's journey, on your journey, you, in your life, in your world, and what you're creating, your journey. How to continuously progress on your spiritual. It's gonna come from here. Now to come from here or there, it's gonna come from the heart. Is it not? Spiritual journey, your spiritual journey. Like he was saying, I don't know if he said this on podcast before, but he said it's not a higher consciousness, a deeper consciousness. Your heart space, your love for you and all things that exist in all forms of love, because that's what everything is existing as. That understanding and living in that, because that's spiritual, is it not? How to continuously progress on your spiritual journey. How to essentially continue to evolve in your heart space as you progress on your path. That's what we're going to be discussing today. And what I wanted to tell myself after giving that definition of what we're going to be discussing is that for me, for this guy here, the guy I'm looking in the mirror to right now, I feel like he needs to essentially just be at peace where he is, but at the same time, know that these gigantic leaps he's wanting to take are going to be made, and they're actually happening, whether he knows it or not. But he's not recognizing it because they aren't happening in the way that he deems abundant. But what he needs to understand is that this abundance is so much more than a perspective that can't be grasped unless it's allowed to be presented from a higher source or a deeper source, like we were saying before, from a deeper source. Got to condition myself out of saying something I've been conditioned into saying. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But yes, how to continuously progress on your spiritual journey. Again, for me, it's just a matter of being at peace with the steps I'm taking. Let's discuss the steps I'm taking. For those, you guys know I have a YouTube channel, and two of the channels are us. I channel stuff. I channel dead guys, celebrities, and most importantly, I teach you how to channel a deeper source of consciousness. I'm wanting everyone to be aware. I always say that. I'm wanting everyone to be aware of this guy. I always plant the heart space because I'm wanting people to be aware that for some it's easier to physically understand there's something there. So remember, Jason was like saying he can go into his heart space, but he was just like he wasn't going into his physical body, but he knew he was going into that space just by deeming it so. That might work for you, but for others, you need the physical. I like to have a physical. Personally speaking, I like to have a physical. I don't know if that sets me apart or that's good or bad, but it doesn't matter because it works for me. And I'm wanting you to be aware of once you find what way of going into your heart space works for you, you can then do that on a daily. And what's most important is to follow the vision that comes. Okay, so let's say you want guidance on something. What I would do is just breathe and watch. Don't try to nitpick this and that. Just breathe and watch. Make note what's in the left corner. Make note of what's in the right corner. What's the energy like? How do you feel as you do this? Are you having trouble following the vision? Ooh, what do you need to do in order to follow the vision? Perhaps you need to focus more. Perhaps you need to breathe deeper. Perhaps you need to correct your eating habits a little bit. What are you eating? How do you feel before you even went into the vision to begin with? How are you progressing on your spiritual journey? What are you defining your current version of your intuition? How are you defining that? How does that feel to you? If you can define that now, if you were to write down what are your intuitive abilities right now and ways you want to expand on them, or just expand in life, or expand in this emotion, or expand your career, write down where you are and where you want to go and what you can do today to get there, and fill that out. You know, so listen, this is a spiritual podcast. So when you do your meditation and so forth, perhaps you want to connect with a certain energy that you've always wanted to, but you didn't think you could. Why not try that today? Why not take a leap of faith and say, okay, I always go to this Reiki healer, but today I want to heal myself. If I were to heal myself today, knowing that I can do it, because I know she can do it. If she can do it, I can do it. If I can do it, she can do it. She can do it, I can do it. And now that I know I can do it, what does that feel like for me to heal myself? What would I do to do that? Would I release it? Would I nullify the energy inside my body? Would I just remove it from my body? Would I transport it? Would I teleport it? How do I want to heal myself? How do I want to clear my energetic field of things that don't belong in my energetic field? How would I go about doing that for me? And in a way, that's quite abundant because you no longer have to spend money on someone else. Now you can tackle your own abilities essentially, because now you not tackle your own abilities, tackle your own issues. You utilize your own abilities because now you know you have them. But it's again, as we discussed in the past, it's the power of the awareness, the power of having these ideas in the first place. Because once you have the idea and you're aware that you have the idea, you can then tap into the idea at any time and tap into that awareness as well. Because the idea is one great thought, but that awareness will provide multiple thoughts to be had and to be enjoyed and to be participated in. And it's great for you to be aware of that, because that awareness is again that power. And I'm wanting you, Darius, to be aware of that power of awareness that you're constantly creating, constantly. You're constantly progressing. Just be aware of the progression, the way that it comes. Don't try to mandate it to be this and that. Just be aware of the progression. When it comes, and it's going to continue to come as long as you continue to allow it to come.
And I have to talk to that person right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want. That's what we're doing.
Okay, so I'm going to talk to this guy here. Not there, but here. Okay, so since we're talking to ourselves, for me is basically focus on my damn self more. Like, well, no, I've been doing that. For me, it's just continue what you're doing. So what I'm doing? I'm always meditating. So I'm just listening to myself, not my higher self, not my deeper self. It's all me. So I'm just listening to myself and stop like separating these things from myself. I find as I continue to progress, I learn that there's a lot of things that I'm gonna stop saying we, because I'm gonna focus on myself, because that's what I've been doing. You're so extra. One of the things I need to I've learned is to stop trying to say, oh, well, this part of me is this. It's like, no, it's all of me. So first thing is I had to accept all those parts of me, and then just rocking with that and just, allowing things to be super easy for me like they always have been. Another thing is I used to love challenges or making challenges for myself, but it was just kind of like, why not evolve past that, see what's past that. So I've been doing that. I've learned that with myself, a lot of things do come super easy. And
how do they come easy to you?
I can't describe it. They just do.
So you can't describe it. They just do. So you aren't exactly like saying, hey, I want this, are you? But what feeling, how do you feel on a day-to-day basis? Just casually, how do you feel usually?
I feel like I'm constantly in movement, but it's in a harmonious way. It's kind of like, how can I put it? It's like the water. The water is always moving. It gets seen still, but there's stuff happening on the bottom. Nothing crazy. It's just always something happening. It can appear like,
Make note of what he's saying. It's always being meant, always being created. Who's creating it though? He's creating it. He's not exactly saying, hey, I want this and that, but he's like, things are always happening. I'm gonna allow them to happen. I'm gonna enjoy them when they happen, and then they just happen.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's
literally,
yes.
Yeah. So thank you. Because
I wanted to present that to them. That's very, I know you got it. Whether you realize it or not, I know you, that's why but I wanted to them to get that too.
And please continue, because Darius has this, like, another thing why me and Darius work well together, side note, is that there's things that just seem so easy. Like, okay, one of the biggest things is that Darius told me, it may seem small to him, but it was big to me that I had to be aware of, was when Darius was like, okay, that you need to come off like human to some people, because you seem like you're not human. I'm like, really? It's like, yeah. So he breaks things down for me that I think is, nothing, but he breaks it down like he just did that. But yeah. So anyways, that's just, I see you. The people, and I don't know if y'all can hear that in the background, somebody's beating. But
yeah. Oh, they're beating. I thought that was like something else. Okay. Like a snare drum?
Something like that. They practice.
Okay.
Sorry. Like actually, yeah, no, this is a good example. Stuff like this is happening, and I'm just like, yeah, okay. I think some people would be like, why are they beating? Or they may be mad, but it's like, no, this is exactly like.
And it's interesting that you said that some people might be mad, because I guarantee those people who are mad created the energy of allowing them to be in the vibrational space of the sound of that drum. I guarantee you. Because perspective, there's power in perspective. And that perspective you're creating, whether it's shared by others or not, and how is it shared exactly? I'm going to put that to the other side, but how is perspective shared? We're both listening to the snare drum. He's listening to it for his own reason. I like it for my own reason, but because we're who we are, we're experiencing it right now at this point in time because we are creating that moment together, harmoniously together. While someone else might feel as if, okay, we're sharing the same perspective as in the term, they can hear the sound that we're hearing, but they might not appreciate the way we do because of the way they were looking at their lives and the way they're experiencing themselves. I guarantee you that what they're experiencing is only created and produced by how they feel. I guarantee you. Proceed.
Yeah. So that's just what's been happening. And like one of the things is that it makes it things I'm really like vibing with.
Right? Like going hardcore now.
Like I like it. One of the things is that I had to accept that things just do happen easily for me. And I used to, in the beginning, I used to kind of struggle with, okay, it comes easy to me, but it doesn't come easy to other people. So I'm like, am I supposed to like slow down a bit? But it was just like, no. So far in my spiritual journey is that I can say I can honestly, I've invested so much in my growth and I've invested so much in other people's growth that now I'm at a stage where it's like, okay, it's all about me now. Not in a selfish way, but it's just like, okay, all that time it's like everybody's grown. They got the stuff that they need and they got their own experience. They can do it. So it's kind of like I don't really need to go out of my way and help as much. Now, if I feel like, something comes to me to do it, then do it. But now it's just like, okay, let me go with myself. And I'm learning that I'm debunking, not really debunking, but I'm becoming more aware of things that I wasn't allowing myself to be aware of. And what those things are is kind of like, I said to him, and I said it on here before, it's the whole synesthesia thing. That's just giving you one example. I thought, that was going to stop with physical senses, but apparently no, that's not the case. That keeps going, and it gets weird as like I can smell it's all my senses are just coming together for me to get information. That's all I'm going to say because it sounds confusing me trying to explain it, but everything is just happening in the way I vibrate. And how I vibrate is that I utilize everything at the same time. Everything just has its place and it just works. Like I operate from my core and everything around me is kind of like in my orbit and it all functions. I don't do, let me focus on this planet or let me focus on that planet. It's like, no, I'm utilizing every single planet at the same time. And it's just, that's how I work in harmony. I can't stop and do one thing. It's like I utilize everything. So that's been one thing that I'm focusing on really. And I'm just going deeper within myself. Most of the stuff just seems simple and easy. One interesting thing that I will say that's most interesting to me is infinite intelligence. And I'm sure that's been heard about a lot. And one of the things I can say what I discovered, because everybody's their own universe and they create things their own way. What I discovered for myself about infinite intelligence is that it's not really, it's not, how can I put it? Something that cannot be achieved. It really can. It's very easy to tap into. But the thing is that I've discovered for myself, and maybe that's how it just works with me. I feel like infinite intelligence, because it's infinite, it works infinitely with infinite beings. So for me, I say when I tap into infinite intelligence, it's more like getting on a roller coaster or getting on a little boat, and you're just riding this current. And as you're riding this current, information just like comes to you, and it's like you plug yourself in. That's the best way I can describe it. And then things just come to you, and I learned to not think, but just simply allow and sit back and just take the ride where I need to take it. And as I do that, things just come to me. And though I may not understand it when I get to a certain point, I'm completely fine with it. But that's just certain stuff that's just been happening with me. And honestly, also too is that understanding that, because sometimes I would feel like an alien, but we're all aliens, but feel like, you know, really like out there. And I learned to be comfortable with that and just take that like really far and just go with it and really just staying in complete harmony with that inner voice of yours, that direction.
Harmony of that inner voice. Harmony, what does harmony suggest? Usually when people think of harmony, when people feel harmony, they usually say the word balance. They think they want that something needs to be exactly this, 50-50. What if your 70-30 is harmonious to you? What if you want to honor a certain part of your personality 30% of the time, but the 70 other percent of the time works best for you? And doing that instead of, you know, why like this one, like this works best? Be at peace with that. But be at peace with it from the inner perspective, correct? Harmoniously listen to the inner voice. Listen to the inner voice, how it works for you. Basically, don't get it harmoniously. Not trying to go for balance, but harmony is so much more important than balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Harmony is amazing. I threw balance out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, just being in harmony with it, because I'll just hear stuff like it'll just come from me. I don't question it. I know it's me. Oh, like I'll feel, hey, go in my room. All right, go in the room. Boom. Sometimes I just go to my phone and like my brother had called me and I was on the phone with him and he was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know yet, but I just knew I was supposed to come in the room." And he's like, "Okay, are you home?" I'm like, yeah. So just being okay with that. Another thing is too is my mom loves watching her shows and loves to not be interrupted, Libras. So me being me, I want all of her attention. So instead I've learned, you know, when I come off work, I don't want to deal with people. I don't really like people right now at the moment. So what I do is like, you know what? I'm going to just go in her room, lay down in her bed, and I'm just be there. Just do my thing. I may lay down. I may just be on the phone, but it's like I'm next to her while she does her thing. I get satisfied. She's unbothered, and it works. But like last night, I just was in her room, and I was just like meditating while like laying down in her bed, and it was just perfectly fine. She was just watching her show. So I learned to just follow like what I feel. That's just one thing with it, and just being okay with it. That's kind of like been that part of. You got the dog here.
My mouth.
Okay, you got it. See? No, you didn't actually.
That's my hand where it is.
Right there.
You haven't touched me, cuz.
It wasn't. You wasn't getting it.
You could have placed my hand there. Your hand.
You would.
That shit is my beauty. Ooh,
Sorry, he had dog hair in his mouth, so you know what he was doing. So, anyways,
touch my face.
Anyways,
shoot, the money maker boy.
Whatever.
I look good. I'm truly feeling myself. I think that's part of the spiritual journey as well. Feeling yourself. That's all that's what you're doing. Essentially, feeling you're in a space, feeling yourself. That's who you are, but all parts of yourself too. Your body included.
Mm-hmm. Very true. You gotta feel yourself. Really.
It's interesting that you always sit there, always sit here. Always. We never tried it. I never tried to sit there. This is where I sit.
We did one time.
Really? It was weird.
It was just different.
Oh, okay.
But we did it.
I guess.
Yeah.
We did like recorded it too.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was different. Even when we had Loretta one time, I was on the right and you were on the left.
True.
Yeah. Different.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's kind of like been my life. I've also learned too. I can go on certain things, but like what Darius' awesome ability is like Darius will say certain things that's like pinpoint and specific, and it's like, okay, yeah, let's go there. Like I can I'm in my own orbit. So when people like talk to me about stuff, but they want me to do something, I'm like, hey, you got to be very specific with me. Like I'm kind of everywhere here, so you have to like direct my energy a bit over here or whatnot. It's like I can afford to go all these places, but Darius will be like, hey, about this. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go there. So that's one thing I've learned too. But anyways, you want to talk about like what's happening with our businesses and all that?
If you want. I love how you mentioned it because you want to talk about it.
Well, no, you always do.
Do I?
Yeah, you talk about like what's going on with the with your business, channeling and stuff like that. I know we've been talking with other people, but this is more of an update for us.
Well, for me, it's just a matter of doing more live stuff. I'm wanting to do more live stuff. Every Wednesday, I'm doing live readings. I'm going to be doing, usually I work 5 days straight and I double at least 3 days. I aim for 4 doubles, but I do at least 3 doubles. Like guarantee I'm doing 3 doubles. And on the days I double, I can't, it's like, I don't necessarily want to be seen. Like, I don't want to be like, I have to like be like this in front of a video camera when I go home from work. So I'd rather be in my bed, like in my towel, you know, with my phone or whatever I'm recording, going to just do it that way, but live. It's been audio form. That way you can't really see me. I can relax. I can still speak my mind, hear my voice and things I'm saying, but you won't necessarily see me. They ain't trying to be seen after working, you know, 12 hours or whatever it gets I'm working that day. So yeah, I'm doing more of that. And I'm also doing more teaching. That's what this channel is. That's what the channel is really for. It's funny, when I first did the channel, it was more like, oh, celebrity, this, dead guys. And that's, I was going for like commercial appeal. But at the same time, I wasn't truly professing what needs to be professed. So now I'm doing more like, okay, follow the intuitive vision. What are you seeing when you go into that intuitive space? How to go there? You know, things of that nature. Power of self-love and the power that has. You know, things of that nature. Yeah.
So you did a few things with your business and you're doing stuff, and then you got a bunch of experience doing it, and it refined what you wanted to do more.
Yeah, exactly. Because I was realizing that at the core of what I was doing, like channeling Chester Bennington, they got a lot of views and whatnot. That was great. Hey, if I can challenge him, so can you. That's what I was trying to do, but it wasn't blatant. These videos are blatant, like how to expand your intuition. Things like very blatant titles. You know, this is what you're doing. I'm going to be discussing this. This is why I'm here. You know, I've also cleaned up my YouTube page. Like when you go on my YouTube thingy, it says like my business name, the purpose of it, and like it's more like refined and so forth. And I'm really wanting to do more of that. Refinement is what I'm currently working on. I have a newsletter now that I'm constantly doing stuff for. You know, I'm incorporating people on the newsletter. And I know once you sign on the newsletter, you get 10% by intuitive reading, so it's like a benefit for you. I'm putting in my testimonials. Today I was doing that. I just put up yours, I put up Jason's. I'm waiting for the Reddits. And when you three to come on there and have, well, not come on there, but like you're going to have, you know, your own testimonial page and whatnot. Not the whole page, but, you know, have your own testimonial stuff for my people to see and whatnot. So I'm excited for that. You know, I'm pretty in a good space because I'm just refining what I want to do and doing more of it.
So before you continue, one thing that Darius mentioned, which is a very, I would say, a very important like element, is that Darius essentially he started what he wanted to do, and he started doing a bunch of action. And when he did a bunch of action, he learned a few things, like he did with the dead guys. He did different stuff and whatnot. But what that all ultimately led to was him, one, getting his experience, two, wanting to refine more. He got a bunch of details, a bunch of things that he wanted to do, where a bunch of direction he wanted to take his business. And you won't get that unless you just start creating action, doing what you like to do. And that's what he did. So I feel like for people who are out there maybe starting their business or kind of not or whatnot, just go out there, just do whatever, do something.
Truly do something, because in the process of doing something, you will learn a lot. Yeah, so much more than something, I guarantee you. Yeah, definitely. And something I want to do like creatively is I want to sew. So I feel like I have to buy a sewing machine. I paid this money for this shit, and I want to do it, so something's going to happen. I don't know what I'm going to create. I'm just like, I want to do something. You know, and I want to like sell like a physical product, and I also want to just create stuff for myself. Things that only I will wear, and but be at peace with like a physical accessory or trinket, like a handbag or something, like maybe a masculine handbag or some sort. You know, I would totally rock for myself if it looked appropriate and whatnot. Things of that nature, just doing things creatively speaking, but we're just getting started doing it. Just going for it, and I'm wanting to do more of that. So I'm saving up my money to buy a sewing machine. You know, just things of that nature. Creating stuff. I just got a PS4 Pro. I can't fucking wait to turn that bitch on. Because I have a 4K TV, but I don't have the technology to watching the 4K. Now I fucking do. Now, and I'm excited for it. I can't wait.
So another pause with Darius is that if you've been following our podcast, I'm sure you've heard a lot of stuff Darius has been saying about abundance and the things that he wants and the things that he deserves and whatnot. And then fast forward to the day to where he is, like he just said, he's got the 4K, he got the laptop, which he wanted. I like that.
All right, it was better. I don't know why it was so far back. Now we know. Look. That nigga fine. Well, you fine. You fine as fuck. Nigga looks good. Oh, nigga's gorgeous. Look at those eyes. Oh, that skin though.
This is him.
I look good. I'm a Leo. That's what we do. We look good. Leos look good. That's what we do.
As I was continuing, you know, buffering him up, you know, he got his laptop, which is what we're on. Yeah. He also got his phone.
Yes, I wanted to discuss that earlier. This is the iPhone X. Well, I'm actually getting the podcast chat, which I was doing before, like putting it up and see who was commenting and whatnot. I wonder if it goes close enough. We see like the vortex. Let's see. Let's wait till it pops up because it's actually lagged. So let's see what happens. Ooh, okay. Eventually, it's going to get closer. It's like we're looking into a portal of our shows. Just wait.
This is what there is.
It's like we're looking into a different dimension. Look what happens. It's like
we're creating portals, guys.
Truly.
So just keep.
And it's going to get smaller and smaller. It's going to be trippy as fuck. And it's often that it's lagged.
I think this is the first time I've ever seen this like ever. Like,
really? You've never done this?
No, I've done it, but I'm like to see it live. I get to be a part of it.
True.
This is very interesting.
Mm-hmm. And the great thing about my phone is that the front facing camera is 1080p, which is awesome, and the back facing is 4K. So I'm really going to start to do more 4K videos. I have like a phone holder, so once I find that right angle, I'm going to put my phone up there, have some 4K quality content for those who have access to 4K content. Because I have it on my phone, so I'm, other people have it too. I know people at my job are getting iPhone X, so it's occurring,
Mm-hmm. He made portals, guys.
Yes.
But yes, as you know, he has been talking about a few things, and as you can see now, he's gotten them. He got his phone. He's getting this. Like a lot of abundant stuff has been happening.
Very true.
A lot of things has been happening.
Something I've been doing, and this is something you can do right now, and you will notice like drastic differences. Something I literally learned this month for myself, and I'm surprised I haven't discussed it more. I kind of have, but literally just what I do. So what I do before work is I go into my heart space and I just watch. I just breathe and I just watch. Whatever comes, I'm like, okay, cool. I like that. I like this, and I just watch. And as I was doing that before work, what I was knowing is once I got to work, is stuff would happen. I'd get tables that want fillets. I get 4 fillets and I'll sell a $12 glass of wine to 4 different people. They're like, oh, we should have got a bottle. No, you can still get a bottle. They get a $45 bottle and I'm making like bank. They fucking bank, just making quality money at my job casually. And it's so effortlessness. And it's just the ease that I experience. I got 6 guest compliments in a 2-day span. And I work in a high-end restaurant where it's like snooty Jewish people. I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but snooty Jewish people complaining about this, complaining about that. That happens where I work. And because they fucking beg and plead and bitch and moan, we give some free shit, So for me to get 60 compliments in 2 days, and then to have the following week, I'm getting like stuff on open tables, people mention my name and so forth, and to be making great money while doing this, this all happened within a week span. But this happened because I was going through my heart space. And I was experiencing the authentic version of me. And I watched it as it unfolded in here and as it unfolded in the physical as well, within a week. Something you can do today. Truly do it today. Just go into your heart space for like 5 minutes. You will notice a drastic difference for 5 minutes. You do that shit for 30 seconds, you'll notice a drastic difference in 30 seconds. Go do it right now. Just go into your heart space and truly experience what that feels like. And watch the vision as it goes. Watch it. Don't judge it, just watch and learn from it.
Awesome stuff.
Yes, that's probably like, if I could summarize this podcast in one sentence of one exercise, what to do, that's it. Going into your heart space and watching. Literally just going, whatever that means to you, is going into your heart space and just watching. That is literally what this podcast is about. How to continuously progress in spiritual journey. Go to your heart space and just watch. That's it in a nutshell. Truly the podcast in a nutshell. I feel like it's a perfect beginner podcast. Like if I were to say, oh, hey, friend, I do a podcast, you should watch it. I would give them this episode. It's a great intro podcast, I feel like.
Okay. So, okay. You're doing other stuff with your business too, right?
What?
Oh, well, did you already say what's your directions and all that you're doing?
I'm going in, what I wanted to do?
I think you said that, no?
I mentioned what I'm doing now, live stuff. What I'm wanting to do is more like classes, what I wanted to do before classes. The Peace Show was doing, like he had people come on his site and so forth and do like videos. I want to do that. I want to have like a congregation of other intuitives, and allow them to truly, how can I say this? I want to make sure that, I can't really describe that energy, but I want to essentially just make sure that they're good when they come on my channel. I don't know how to
make sure they're well seasoned.
Yes, make sure they're good. Make sure that they're actually up to par. I don't want just any old body. And I'm glad you said that because I was going somewhere else, but you brought it back where I need to be going. Yes, I'll let you know once we cut off. I'm sorry to discuss it before, but yeah, we got to talk about something. I'm glad this is a moment. I'm glad that was a perfect way to curve that back into this. Yes, they need to be great. They need to be seasoned. But the great thing about it, before you come to my channel, I want to train you first I make sure you're good enough to be trained. I'm going to train you. You know, I don't want to be good enough to be trained in the sense that I know I can do it with, oh my God, I'm excited. But I can't, I don't want to say, I'm going to train you. Like, you need to be good enough in the fact that you aren't good enough already, but there's a certain level of caliber I want to provide to my those who I share things with, my following. I don't say followers, my following, people who are with me together. Because we're following each other, really, because I'm following them. And one of the people I want to bring on board is one of my followers, I guess, is Noah. He's really fucking good. If you watch this and you watch my stuff, you know what Noah is. Well, funny, I'm talking Noah, but like this guy named Noah, who's like, I say my super fan. I feel like I have that. He is the one super fan who's always giving me ideas. We're in constant communication on this and that. Noah is someone, and he's intuitive as fuck. I know he is, because the stuff he said, whatever he's channeling, he's channeling, he's giving an intuitive reading in the fucking comment section. And he knows he's doing it, but he's not saying he's doing it, but he's doing that for my benefit. I'm like, oh, this thing's good. This is good. I can feel that shit. So I'm getting like free intuitive reading and stuff. Essentially, so that's another form of abundance, but I'm excited to bring him aboard as well. But yeah, I'm wanting to just have like a congregation of intuitives who will then give you intuitive readings while discussing how they channel themselves to teach others. That's what the goal of that whole YouTube thing is, to teach and to profess that we can all do the same thing I'm doing. I used to point at an intuitive like, oh, wow, that was cool. That guy's cool. I want to be intuitive one day. And now, not realizing I always was, I just interpreted what I was doing as not intuitive because it just felt so natural to me, because it is natural. And it always will be once you understand how natural it can be, okay? That's really the point of that channel, is to truly just expand on what we naturally do already, you know? Mm-hmm. Jason says nice glasses.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, funny story with these. I was like, I don't know, I was driving one time, and like sometimes when I drive, like back of my neck kind of bothers me, and I'm thinking maybe it's my eyes, and I meditated on it. It was like
Iromani exchange.
I was
ooh, okay.
Those actually do look really good on you. But yeah, I meditated, and I was like, do I want to wear, I was like, should I get glasses? Because sometimes I feel like I'm like straining my eyes or whatever. And then in meditation, it was like, you don't really need them, but it can be an asset to your vehicle. I'm like, okay. So long story short, I went and got them all in one day. And when I got my eyes examined, the guy was like, you know, your eyes are like at borderline. You need glasses, but you're good. And I seen it like the back of my eyeballs, which is cool. But he was just saying like the part where the light hits into the eyes for things to be clear. He was basically saying that mine were just off like a little bit. And he's like, the glasses just brings it back. And I was like, okay. So he's like, but you borderline need them. So it's kind of like, okay, I don't really need them like that. But if I don't want to have like headaches sometimes if I feel like I'm straining it. So these are kind of like my things to wear, so I don't think of like I'm possibly getting like a headache or nothing like that, which is fine. But the thing is, I'm noticing how my body is. My body is adjusting to them, but my body is also at the same time doing stuff to surpass it at the same time. So I'm just like, okay, cool. So it's really just used for now. So my body's like, all right, well, we're done with these. Let's surpass this. So I'm like, okay, cool. So that's what's happening.
Earlier, I said going into your heart space and whatever that means to you. I think for some, what was that? A fog? Okay, yes, perhaps just feeling energy in your heart area and just feeling something. Perhaps so. Like when you think, this is what I wanted to say. When you're thinking, you're using your mind. Like, there's a space you go to when you think. You like go here, correct? That's just the natural go-to space for people to think. Don't do that. Just think in there. What does that mean to you? How do you bring a concentration of energy from there to there? Literally do that. Think in your heart space. Perhaps going into your heart space is too out there to say, but so think in your heart space. Think in here. Literally, instead of going like, I'm just feel what that feels like to bring that energy in there. I know what what it feels like to think, and when you think, you go to a certain space, you go in there usually. What does that feel like to go in there? Just feel that out and do that.
Yeah. But what he said, and that's why I got the glasses.
Yes. It just came to me while you were discussing that.
Yeah. As far as, okay, so that was him. As far as kind of like what I'm doing, I am doing it's a moisturizer that I'm making for the hair. And I made it 2018, so I guess I'm gonna say 2016. Goddamn, I don't want to say 2 years because it doesn't feel like it, but it's something I made in 2016 for the hair and whatnot. And as you can see how my hair is, it can be like really dry. Well, it's not dry now, but it could be really, really dry, and I couldn't find anything that moisturized it. And in so doing that, I was like, okay, let me just combine all the stuff that I know. And when I did that, I ended up making this batch of stuff combined with like butters and these oils that I use. And I tested out of my hair. My hair fell in love with it. I sampled it out to a few people who I was like in a previous business with, and they fell in love with it. And I made it for a while, and I stopped. And then afterwards, I want to say about a good year later, a friend's wife asked him if I ended up making a business out of it. I was in this creative business mood, and I was like, oh, never thought of it, but why not? So since I did that, I put it on Facebook, and I was asking people about it, and a lot of people wanted to try it. And since then, it's taken off really well. I can honestly say, out of everybody I sold it to, I have not heard any bad things or nothing about it. There's been people who have different hair types than mine that's tried it. So I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about it. It's all natural, it's all 100% and things like that. I know this guy, he's like my main customer. He's always getting it. You can actually tell him how it works for your hair and stuff like that. I mean, I can tell him how it works for me, but I'm the one who created it. I know for me, it feels like I bless my hair. My hair just soaks it all in and stuff like that. And I'm trying to think too. Actually, before you go, yeah, I'm talking about progress. That's been going really well. And one of the things I was talking with Darius about is I was like, yeah, I'm making it, but if it gets big at some point, I don't want to have to learn how to do shipping and all of that. I don't want to, I feel like that's going to be a lot. And so I actually, Brown Brujita, who's she actually ordered some, and she lives where she lives. I'm not going to put it out there. She lives where she lives. And, I learned, shipping and stuff like that. I was like, oh, wow, this is pretty easy. It's not that bad. I thought it was going to be a lot, but it wasn't. And I've been learning, like, okay, so now I can ship it and all of that. And people so far has just been falling in love with it. I have one friend who wants to use it in their shop. I have one friend, when they get their business up, they want to partner with me and have it in their studios and stuff like that. So in that whole process of making it, I've just learned that it's actually pretty fun to make, and I love what it does with a lot of people and their hair. So seeing as he's someone outside of me, how has it been working on your hair, guy? That you're
essentially just allowed it to be more vibrant in appearance and in feel. And when I don't have it, I notice a drastic difference in my hair. It's essentially just very moisturizing. And I'm sure my hair is growing also much faster as well. And it feels more stable, more up to par with where it should be.
Yeah, so that's kind of like how that's been going so far. And then I would say, though, during business, one of the things that I'm still learning, but I thought was going to be was getting down to the nitty gritty of learning business structures, registering them with the states, and getting EIN numbers and all of those, main things when it comes to business. So in doing that, I found out it's really not that bad. So it's just, I learned to just take everything one step at a time. You having fun?
Mm-hmm. I am.
You're just learning to take things one step at a time. So yeah. So while you're looking at yourself, you haven't heard the topic we discuss.
A topic we can discuss. Well, Jason asked a question. Change your breathing tempo to change the pace you receive or to make the visions flow easier? I started to today. What I would usually do is just take a deep breath and then go there, but I'm starting to breathe as I'm in that space. I should have been doing that before, but whatever. I guess I'm learning now. But it's interesting how things are starting to evolve, because I feel like I evolved with my vocal lessons, with my voice and whatnot. I'm evolving intuitively speaking. I'm evolving on the podcast. I'm evolving in perspective. Just like I feel like I just underwent like a leap up, a level up, like in the past day or so. It's interesting how I like that. It feels good because everything's going in with cohesion and everything's leveling up now. It's like it's opposed to this leveling up and then that. It's more like this, a solid unit. It's not like this and it's this, together, unison. I like that. But yeah, dude, I feel like that's the cusp of what I wanted to discuss with you guys. I knew this podcast wouldn't be a long one. I knew when we just had the energy of it. Well, I did. But okay, like 40 minutes maybe or so. I was actually just perhaps thinking 30 minutes. But I'm glad how it progressed. I feel like this is a great point for you to just be put out to the universe to be watched upon.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, you guys, for those who aren't aware, again, well, you are obviously where you watch the damn podcast. WhyDidIIncarnatePodcast.com. You know what, we have cool stuff on there. What we need to do something with the website that way people can come on. What can we do to bring more people on board with what we're doing? How can we involve our following right now more in what we're doing?
How can we involve them?
Yeah, I think we should really look into Patreon. Like, do more. I know we had a Patreon before, which like actually do stuff for, like, you know, taking videos and stuff. Like, you know, the process we used to set up. Perhaps the drive feel like that's before, just like a behind the scenes. Or maybe we can do it on YouTube. Maybe we don't want to like put it on Patreon, or you know, we just need to do something more with them. As opposed to just having these videos, make this YouTube thing more intimate and personal.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, so that's something we have to just like over.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, well, as we're talking about it, you guys can feel free to leave comments.
Of course.
Like, you know, what we could do to have you guys more involved in them.
Yeah, I like the idea of behind the scenes stuff, because I'm the kind of guy who thinks when I'm watching, oh, I wonder what she was thinking today she had to record this. So she was winning an Oscar for this role. I wonder what she was thinking moments before she recorded this scene. You know, she was in the scene with this guy. I wonder what they were thinking behind the scenes. What was she doing that day? So I'm watching, I did the same thing with YouTube stuff, so I'm feeling that someone is also watching us, because we're creating vibrational duplicates of ourselves. Like, just by being ourselves, we're creating vibrational duplicates. Like, Jason's a vibrational duplicate. Shanita and Freddie are vibrational duplicates of who we are. We're creating different versions of ourselves by being ourselves. And as a result of that, we're creating our tribe. So just by creating content that you want to see yourself, you're going to attract people who want to see you.
Yeah.
You know, so and I want to see behind the scenes stuff. So what do you want to see? If you were a fan of the podcast, what would you want to see? What do you like to see in things you're fans of already? Like, what excites you about a show or something? What are you doing?
About a show.
Like, okay, Eric Skarsgård. Why do you like him so much?
Because I just love the scenes that he plays. He's just awesome. He just has that. He's just awesome. Like, yeah, he's just hilarious. When he does the killing and all that, I'm like, yes. Like, it's just awesome. I don't know. He just it's the way his energy that he brings to it. He has that. You know, I'll kill you. I am going to kill you, but I'm in control with it. But you are going to die, and I'm going to fuck you up. May do some other extra shit, but you're gonna die. I don't know. He just has this energy about him. He's just very, I don't know, different. But I don't know, when I'm watching the show, okay, somebody I really like, it's kind of like, I don't know, like you said, I kind of like to pick their brain. I kind of like to know, you know, who are you outside of the show? Like,
okay.
Like you said, behind the scenes, something that, you know, we know you talk about spiritual, we know that's your thing, but God damn it, how are you when you fucking go out to eat?
Very true. We do go out and eat and stuff, so we have to record some stuff too. Very true. But more like blog, like we still have like off the cuff spiritual discussions if we want to.
Yeah.
Or do something like that. Yeah, it's very true.
Something like, okay, what do you do outside of? Yeah, it's like this is how we normally. Like, for me, I like to see something different. Like, I know this is you. I'm gonna see you Tuesday, but what do you do Friday when you work? You know,
very true. And it doesn't have to be with us together. It could be you recording something on your end, I record, because we both have access to the channel. We both have smartphones. We can upload shit whenever we want to. I want to do more of that on my channel as well. Upload shit whenever the fuck I want to. You know, just like literally at 3 o'clock in the morning I'm live. Why not? Why the fuck am I live at 3:45? On fucking Monday, bitch. What's up? See me.
I think that'd be, like you said, I think that'd be like pretty cool, like short, like quick little blog. Like, it's kind of like a bit kind of like how, not copying him, but a bit kind of like how Jay Versace would do the side funny things.
Yeah, I agree.
But
like after show.
Yeah, because I know there's certain things that I say when I'm not like you see me here, but outside of here, you know, when I'm with certain people, I come off as but there are some people, like when I'm with my brother, I like the complete dumbass. I'm like, I have no idea what like he'll ask me math. No. I can do something like, he'll ask me something about geography. To this day, I don't know my 50 states. And he'll say, where the fuck is this? And I'm like, I don't know. And it's something so simple that everybody should know. I don't know. And I will look at you like boldly, like I am ignorant of that. I have no idea. And I'm okay with that because I don't know. And he just looks at me like, how the fuck did you graduate? You know, memorize, regurgitate. And that's just my thing. I don't know. I think that'd be pretty cool. Like,
I got after show, essentially.
Or something.
Yeah, I'm down. All right, you guys, we love you. I'm going to the fair today. I'm excited. Well, I could post up at the fucking fair. Yeah, report at the fair. Yeah, for you guys and for my own stuff. My own stuff, mainly. But yeah, you know, Jason will be there when we Jason. So it's exciting. So you guys, I'm going to the fair today. I'm excited. I'm going to go all the rides. I'm gonna get guys on all the fucking, not all of them, not the ones that drop. How much of that?
Why not?
Because I tried it though. I actually didn't like it. I actually did it. It was like the worst experience I've ever had on the ride ever. And I love thrills. So for me to have a bad experience on something, it's like
you're a different person now.
That's fine. I'm never going to go that. I would drop a fear. Never. That was a one-time thing. Nope. Now I know though. But I like Chikra that goes literally. Chikra's like a roller coaster in Tampa, Florida at Busch Gardens, and it goes up and literally goes. When it, usually a roller coaster goes like that. Chikra goes like this. And I love that shit. But it's, I don't know. It's going up and down and like waiting and nope. I don't mess with that. Tried it though. I tried it, but I don't mess with that. Literally, I don't mess with that. It was like 3 seconds, like, bitch, worst 6 seconds of my fucking life. Never get me the fuck out of here. I was pissed. I was literally angry at once I finished the ride. Like, bitch, I'm mad. What's up? Fuck with me. Jason's like, that's the best ride. Nigga, you're in ride for you. I'll watch you as you ride. I'll be on the other line, bitch. You can ride yourself. I'll only drop a figure. I ain't riding with you. Love you though, buddy. I got very graphic and angry very quickly.
You did. You really did.
Oh my God.
You really did.
It's a spiritual podcast. I apologize.
No, that's fine.
I know.
We use it. We use anger. Anger is cute. You know?
Indeed.
It's very cute.
Yeah, you guys. It was fun. Be sure to subscribe if you have not already. Have a great day.
Have a fantastic evening.
Yes.
And if you're watching this another time, have a fantastic day. And then have a fantastic evening and a fantastic moment.
I'm blessing you right now. Blessing to have here. Just don't care. Should that lighting I went up? All right, you guys, love you.